Today, we have a wide receiver 1 battle, Justin Jefferson versus Jamar Chase. But listen, I'm going to do this a little bit different. So, as you can see, each player has 3 footballs representing 3 lives. We're going to do 5 rounds, and last man standing wins. Simple enough, right? Let's get into it. Round 1, Griddy battle. So, I did some analysis into all their Griddies. I watched all their top plays and touchdowns, seeing how much each of them celebrated. Now, Justin Jefferson did it more times, and Jamar Chase did it a couple times. And I'm low-key holding that against Justin Jefferson. Also, I feel like he be tooting his ass out too much when he does it. Like, I don't know if that's just a me thing, but he be tooting that thing. So, I might have to give this to Jamar Chase. Because here, look at this one. This one, yeah, he's going to do a little thing. And then he freaking leaks it a little. Yeah, I'm going to go Jamar Chase with this one. Sorry, guys. Round 1 goes to Jamar.
If I want to beat Justin, I'm going to beat the shit out of Justin.
In round 2, we're going to get into some routes. I'm going to break down some of the actual numbers and get into some film. But in the meantime, be sure to like and subscribe. So just some quick numbers for context. Justin Jefferson had 225 route wins and a 40.7 route win rate. Not that I try to say route win rate 3 times fast, but Jamar Chase had 239 route wins and a 39.6 route win rate. Now, I don't know if that actually means anything at all. These boys just be winning their routes. But I think the main distinction here is Justin Jefferson is a much more technical route runner, and Jamar Chase, he's just going to athlete his way to being open. So I'm going to pull up a couple examples on the Jumbotron over here. So look at this route against the Ravens. Truthfully, he just sprints right by this guy, immediately turns his head, and the ball's dropped in his hands. Is that really a result of route running or just being a good athlete? Ball placement is half the route. I'm not going to say he's a Joe Burrow merchant, but Joe Burrow throws a good ball. Now, immediately looking at Justin Jefferson's routes, you immediately see the Wheaties. Like, we're going to run it back. So look at the top of the route. You're going to see that footwork. You're going to see that icky shuffle. That in, out, in, out. Come on, man. Breaks him down and gets up out of there. So yeah, not too much fanfare with this one. It's clearly, like Justin Jefferson is probably the best route runner in the league, so it wouldn't even be like a discussion. Got to give that round to Justin Jefferson.
Just play me totally different when I'm on the field.
Alright, so we're all tied up now. We head into round 3, which is hands. Feel free to leave some comments in the section and argue with me. I'm totally down for arguments. I'll be wrong all the time. We're about to get into it. Let's get it. So here we can see that Jamar Chase had 10 drops on the year, and he had 127 catches on his 171 targets. Whereas Justin Jefferson has 6 drops and 103 catches on his 150 targets. So when I say hands, I really mean like catching ability, and I think both these guys both have a good body control and catch the ball well. However, I noticed a couple things. So we're going to go into the film. We're going to show you what I think I found out about these guys. So look here, and we can see on this back shoulder throw, he kind of lets the ball get into his body a little bit. Like obviously he catches it anyway, and it's a good throw. But it's not like it's a bullet or anything. I mean, I feel like he could use his hands here and it might be more secure. Maybe I'm bugging, but I feel like there's a better catch to be made here. Now, conversely, we can look at this play against the Eagles. You can see him snag it out the air. Joe points in the right direction. He jumps up and plucks it out the air. So I think the distinction here is that naturally, he's not necessarily a hands catcher, but if he has to use his hands, he will use his hands. But a couple times you see him like bobbling the ball a little bit or catching with his body. So maybe he's not like the best hands catcher or the best actual catcher of the football in the world. However, looking at Justin Jefferson, you can see that he consistently uses his hands for most of the plays that he has. And when he does use his body, it's to protect like himself and like kind of like blockade off the ball. So here you can see him has a bunch of like one-handed catches, good catches with those big old pink mitts. Getting his feet down on the sideline, which I didn't mention before, but that's also important. Like for example, right here, like he doesn't exactly use his hands, but he kind of like uses his body to shield the ball and secure it, which I feel like is more intentional than just like body catching sometimes. And even there, he still uses his hands. So I think with this, Justin Jefferson gets the clear win for better hands.
It just play me totally different when I'm on the field.
In our penultimate round, we have big play.
Hey, back it out west, slang it out west. Go metallic knife, I
So look at our Dragon Balls here. We have explosive plays and average big play. So explosive plays is either a pass caught of 20 yards or more or a run of 10 yards or more. Average big play is something I just did myself, where I took the average of their longest play of every single game, and Jamar's is here is 35.23. So what this means basically is that at any given game, he's going to give you a 35-yard play. Look at Justin Jefferson's numbers here. He has 26 explosive plays and an average big play of 34.82. So pretty close overall. But fuck all the numbers. Jamar Chase is a big play waiting to happen at any moment during the game. So if you look here, he's going against the Panthers, and they just can't bring him down, and he races to the end zone. And then against the Ravens, he catches a simple screen pass at the 30-yard line and somehow busts it 70 yards for a touchdown. So I think where Jamar Chase's athleticism shines is in the big plays, because he can score from anywhere on the field, from any position on the field. Now I know what you're gonna say. Justin Jefferson has a play of 97 yards this year. What are you talking about? I'm sure Justin Jefferson can score from anywhere on the field as long as it's a long pass or something. But I think Jamar Chase can score from any position on the field, in any circumstance. He can take a 2-yard pass and take it 90 yards. And I don't think Justin Jefferson can do that. So for big play, I have to give it to Jamar Chase.
If I want to beat Justin, I'm going to beat the shit out of Justin.
Our final round is clutch play. So for this one, it's pretty simple. Only got one stat here in his fourth quarter receiving yards. You can see Justin Jefferson has 274 and Jamar Chase has 582. The number disparity here is actually pretty indicative of the actual occurrence in real life as well. I feel like Jamar Chase just makes way more big plays and big moments than Justin Jefferson, at least as of late. Now I realize they didn't even make the playoffs, but to even get in the conversation for playoffs, I think he was a big part of that. And a lot of times I feel like I've seen Justin Jefferson kind of underwhelm in big moments. That could be a product of his quarterback as well, so I'm not going to hold that 100% against him. But just based off what we've seen so far, Jamar Chase seems to be a more clutch player overall. Even so, this year in the playoffs, Justin Jefferson didn't do much. 2 years ago when the Vikings were playing against the Giants, I only know this because I'm a Giants fan, obviously, but when the Vikings were playing the Giants, we locked him up. The Giants shouldn't be locking up Justin Jefferson. He had 3 catches for 50 yards or something like that, so, or 4 catches or something like that. He got locked up by Adoree Jackson. So all that being said, for clutch play, we got to give it to Jamar.
If I want to beat Justin, I'm going to beat the shit out of Justin.
And with that, we can crown Jamar Chase wide receiver 1. So that marks the end of the video. If you had a good time with this, just leave a comment, a subscription, and a like or something like that. I'll be back next week with another video, so tune in Wednesdays. Peace.